Welcome to the podcast, everyone. Another podcast where we will be answering your questions, or work questions, as we call them on this podcast. They can be interesting, they can be provocative, they can be funny, or just thoughts that you've had for a little while. We can't promise that we're going to give you a good answer, but we will give it a crack in the allotted 15 minutes time.
10 minutes?
Well, no, 10's what we aim for. Shoot for the moon. If the moon's 10 minutes, that's what we're shooting for. The stars, 15 to 20.
Let's
I'm just being real there because you're probably looking at the feed going, it's not 10 minutes, boys.
I reckon we beat 10 today. Let's beat it.
All right, let's bloody do it.
As in go sub 10.
Yeah, sub 10.
Yeah,
That's Usain Bolt, this bad boy. That's a reference to him running the 100 in under 10 seconds comfortably.
Okay. Work question.
And we will have an animal sex noise by the end of this podcast as well.
Great.
Guess which animal is having sex.
I love that's becoming a regular thing. That's brilliant.
Great. We can all look forward to that. Right now, the question. The work question. What do you both love the most about Mimi? Positive vibes only. Your fiancé, Woody. Mimi.
2 weeks ago, she said she did this, and she was like...
we have to answer the first question here, so we are bound and gagged.
She said to me, when are you going to answer my question? And I was like, you sent in a question on Instagram, because by the way, that's how you do it. You direct messages on Instagram.
Yeah.
She has done that. She did that. And I did know this was what she wanted.
You knew this was coming.
To talk about.
Positive vibes only.
Positive vibes.
It does say, what do you love the most about Mimi? So at the end of the day, I can't see that being bad vibes.
No, that is true. That is true. We could have been very tongue-in-cheek about it, but I will not be. There are many reasons why I love the one and only Mimi Gibbs. And you know what? I'll start off with, I reckon, and this struck me very early on with Mim, she has a remarkable ability, and I would say to her own detriment at times, to endeavour to make everyone feel very comfortable within a group environment. And that often sees her arguably going too hard sometimes on self-deprecating humour. Or she'll reveal something that other people might view as shameful or embarrassing, and she goes headstrong into, and I watch her do this, and it just she can so quickly get a room of people to feel so comfortable, because it's like, whoa, well, you just revealed that about yourself. Yeah. So there's nothing that I can say or bring up in this conversation that should be shameful. Yeah. And I
That's
get
so
to
nice.
Witness front row her doing that all the time.
Yeah.
I just love that about her.
That's lovely. Wow. Is that like the thing that you love most about Mimi? Because that's love the most about Mimi is the question. What do you both love the most about Mimi?
Yeah, and you feel free to chip in here, obviously.
I've definitely got one.
Yeah?
Well, I have to. What do you love love the most about Mimi?
Yeah, true. You've definitely been forced
I told you I've been bound and gagged.
The thing I love most about her. Yeah, because I think it all ties in with...
There's obviously something bigger underneath that.
Well, yeah, she really cares and loves for people that are important to her and close to her, and she would just do anything for them. And I think that's just an example of that I see all the time. And I think it's really special. Yeah.
I think, funnily enough, what I'm getting at is probably going to tie in a bit with what you're saying, which I think is probably something that she doesn't necessarily want other people to know about her either. But I remember one of the first nights that I met Mimi, I gave her a bit of a hard time because, well, I didn't give her a hard time. I was just like, she was coming at me at 1,000,000 miles an hour because she was very awkward. Yeah. She was uncomfortable in the situation. Yeah. And I think that I could tell that she was, I could tell that she was uncomfortable in the situation. And to compensate for the fact that she was uncomfortable, she was just going. Yeah. And when she goes, she can really go. Yeah. And she was just layering me. And I was basically doing the very unfair tactic of just give her enough room to hang herself. So I was like, look, I'm not gonna come up to your level, because I that night I wasn't feeling it, and it was one of the first times I'd ever met her. But I was like, I can't come and meet you. But I remember leaving that and feeling really awful about it because I was like, oh, she was just really trying and you were just not engaging with her. And that wasn't a really nice thing for me to do. But I remember just thinking at the time I didn't have the energy for it. And I remember questioning at that time, like, what was she doing there? Like, why was she doing that? Obviously, she was nervous on the one part. But then I see her do it with lots of people. And you're right, like it elevates them. And I think I realize, and it kind of ties in with what you're saying, and this is potentially what I love most about her. She has like a rareness in terms of her spontaneity, in terms of her silliness, her craziness, in terms of her frivolity, which is quite like alluring. Like it's magnetic. You see her like this and you're like, whoa, you kind of just want to be around it. Exactly as you said. Like it's really, and it's just fun. But then the kicker, and I think this is the thing that I love most about her, is that you realize that the reason that she's doing it is because she cares. So the first time that I met her, I was like, wow, this woman's crazy. Like, she's just nuts. Look how much fun she's having. And then I had that one-on-one with her and I was like, she's still doing that thing. And then I was like, why is she doing that? And then I was like, that's because she really cares. And this is her way of trying to engage with me and like make this fun because she wants to be enjoyable around me. And more importantly, wants to make me feel good. So
always trying to lift others.
Exactly.
Constantly.
Yeah, so I think that's what I love about her most. And you see it occasionally as well when she'll kind of drop out of it and she'll drop the show and then she'll be like, oh, then she'll ask me something she really cares about. And I'm like, oh, there it is. And all of that was fun and I enjoyed that. But then you get to see this like lovely like layering of authenticity that exists underneath that really is kind of the fuel that obviously fires her all the way through.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I look at it sometimes, I'm just like, oh, it must be very tiring.
Yeah, doing that role.
Really, but it continues into what you see. I'd say maybe differently how we separate, like the difference between me and her is that I will sometimes, like if I'm at home, like I need to relax now and I can't keep. Mim is
exactly
the biggest cheerleader at home for me. And if she's sensing that I'm off, she's the one who's just still like lifting. It truly is phenomenal. And even, like, so funny, I was sitting next to digital producer KV earlier today and we had a meeting with some pretty important dogs about our podcast, what you're currently listening to.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said, I have never actually seen the reviews here. And I flicked down.
Yeah.
And there was a review from Yummy Mummy. And I was like, who is Yummy Mummy? And KV goes, oh, that's a new one. What have they said?
Yeah.
And then it was just love heart, yeah, the boys. And then it was like, best podcast I've ever heard before, truly just the best. And then I realized it was Mim. Mim wrote a review on our podcast.
Classic.
Like, she will struggle to get through this podcast though, listening to it. Definitely.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's all, but she deserves to
Yeah,
hear
exactly.
it.
I was going to say those people always need to hear it.
Definitely.
Great stuff. Well, thanks for the question, Bim.
It's very funny that she asked for it. It is very funny.
Hey, before we head to sponsors,
Yes.
great. It would be great if you could leave us a review.
Oh, yeah. Leave a review.
Shit.
Yeah, leave a
We
review.
never
that'd be
say
good.
that.
Wouldn't that be
I
good?
think the idea is you say, review and subscribe.
Hit that
is the
subscribe
idea,
button.
Is the idea.
Yeah, but you don't.
Don't say that.
Don't say
Well,
that.
it just sounds lame.
It does sound shit.
Oh,
But that's why we don't say it.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm saying that's why I said it in like a different.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like, it'd
Hey.
be great if you could leave us
Yeah.
a review. Conversational.
Yeah.
Will.
Hey, by the way,
Not subscribe.
Yeah, I dare you not to subscribe, by the
Hey,
way.
hit that button in the right top corner
Oh, God.
if you want more of these.
Oh, God. Nah, don't do it.
Right now, let's get into those Easter eggs.
All right, we're going to finish with a animal enjoying themselves, mating. Okay, bird. Got to be a bird. Squeaky bird. Bit of a squeaky
No, it's not a bird.
It's not a bird.
No. That's a
Rats.
rodent.
Rats.
It's a
rats.
rodent.
You think
Yeah.
it's rats? Guinea pigs.
Or could be. I think you could be hot there.
Guinea
We choose
pigs?
guinea pigs.
No.
Oh, we're close though.
We're gonna rabbits.
No. What animal is having sex?
It's definitely rodent-ish.
Sure, it's not bird.
No, I think it's a rodent.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Mole.
Sounds
Rat.
true.
Mole rat.
Possum.
Sandshrew.
Sandshrew.
Anteater.
That's a Pokemon.
Mole rat.
Sandslash. Pikachu.
Echidna.
Oh, I like that.
Wombat. Nah, would be deeper.
You said rabbit, didn't you?
I said rabbit. Hare. Is that just a rabbit? Different.
No, different.
Not a hare.
No, it's
No.
too high pitch. It's high pitch. You said guinea pig, didn't you? We said
Yeah.
mouse. Have we said mouse?
Mouse.
Give me mouse. Bang.
Mouse.
Yeah.
Nice. We almost skipped
Wow.
the obvious one, didn't we?
Yeah,
A couple of mice.
You did.
And any facts about mice mating? Any fun facts?
I don't have any facts about mice mating, but rabbits are mute, Woody, so I'll be hard-pressed to find them having sex.
Rabbits are
right?
mute.
Rabbits are mute.
Maybe that's because they have so much sex that it was an advantage for them in an evolutionary sense to not be able to cry out because they're having sex so much. All the rabbits that did make noises got killed.
Oh, because the predators would find them like, oh, they're
they are
rooting
again.
like rabbits.
Yes,
That's the
they're everywhere.
saying.
These guys.
So
I can only find the only time I can kill a rabbit is when I hear it fucking.
Brilliant.
That
So
is
they just muted all of
Well,
them.
then all of
Or
a sudden, some
evolutionary.
absolute stallion was mute, and it looked like it was going to be awful for him because he
bred a
couldn't
lot.
chat up the chicks. And then bang,
That's
he just stayed alive and got to spread his seed. It was like, oh, have you screwed mute guy yet?
mute guy. That was his name.
Have you
Affectionately
screwed,
known.
have you screwed mute guy yet?
Mute guy. That's
Which-
brilliant.
right?
That's definitely what happened. That's 100%.
And now all rabbits on this earth are mute.
you have fully Charles Darwined it. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
That's
Appreciate
unreal.
that. And again, we'll be back.
Like and subscribe.
Oh,
Ah.
yuck. But seriously, do it. Yuck, though. But please do it. Nah, don't do it.
Nah, don't do it.
Gee, don't do it. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
don't do it.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
don't. Yeah, you know what? Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't even think about it.
We'd hate it if you hit subscribe or follow or whatever's in your top right
Yeah,
corner.
why don't you just go and
hate that.
root mute guy?